Justin Gaethje shuts down Daniel Cormier's claims that fighter pay was going to increase with the UFC's new deal with Paramount.
Man, to have 14 bonuses and not equal up to $1 million is not right. It's not right. It should be a lot more than that, and I should have had opportunities to do smarter things with my money, but I don't, and I haven't. You know, I hear Daniel Cormier saying that everybody's gonna get paid more on this card. I'm not getting $1 more than I would have if this deal didn't happen.
Michael Chandler appeared on the Ariel Helwani show yesterday and finally reacted to Dana White shutting down the fight between himself and Conor McGregor on the White House card.
I know there's like all the talk of Michael Chandler and Conor. Do you see like that as like a realistic thing?
No,
happening?
I mean, that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, so that's nothing you'd entertain for the White House?
No.
What is your reaction to that?
My reaction is we will see. You know, we'll see how this whole thing plays out. Obviously, nobody has any idea what the fights are going to be on the White House card. It is going to be the biggest card they've ever assembled, whether it be the biggest fights or obviously the biggest venue. And you know, we'll see. Is that 100% how it's going to be? Me and Conor not fighting at the White House? I don't know. All I know is I can control what I can control, and that's me just doing exactly what I've been doing since day one, since I started the sport. So obviously it's not encouraging. It's not great to hear. But I've also heard, you know, many things that were not encouraging that turned out to be not true or just flat out false. So we just keep on going, man, until the fights get announced, until Conor McGregor gets announced his next opponent, until I do or do not get announced as his next opponent, or do or do not get announced on being on the as being on the White House card. Until then, man, all we can do is just hope and pray and kind of see what happens.
Were you surprised to hear him say that?
No, I mean, you follow the sport. You know, whether that's what he's feeling that day or that's 100% what's going to happen, don't know. So all I know is you can control the controllables in life, and just as I have been, just sitting in patience, not reacting to things, responding in due time. You know, that was what, 5 days ago. Now this is my first public appearance, first time talking about it. Bunch of different other things being talked about, other opponents, people sliding their name in there on your show, and it turns out to be goofy stuff. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
Jon Silva ran into Arnold Allen ahead of their fight this weekend.
Yourself?
Khamzat?
That one is medium, this one is small.
This is small, is Gene, really quick, one thing I forgot to tell you, the press conference on Thursday.
What's up, brother? We won. Excited for you. Excited for you. We want you to sir, dude.
Paramount had Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett face off last night, along with Sean O'Malley and Song Yadong.
And action.
And then I want to give me a low, wait for 1 second, give me a really low shot of that same framing, wide and low. There you go, and then...
Arman Tsarukyan responded to Dana White after Dana once again said that he needs to work his way back up for a lightweight title shot.
I asked him about you, and he's like, Arman knows what he needs to do to get back.
I have no idea what I have to do. I have no idea. I wish I can talk to him and figure out what I gotta do. Yeah, so we have nothing. We never talk about that even.
You haven't spoken to him at all about anything?
No. I talked to before the Hooker fight, I talked to Hunter. He said, I'm gonna give you a Hooker in Qatar. I said, yes, I'm down.
Yeah.
So, and then Donna said this is contender number 1 fight. And then like I heard 1 week ago or that the headbutt, because of headbutt I didn't get the title fight.
Yeah.
But I didn't heard about from them to say me.
Umar Nurmagomedov says that if Sean O'Malley receives the next bantamweight title shot, it would actually benefit him. Umar added that if the UFC books O'Malley against Petr Yan, he would likely get booked for a rematch with Merab Dvalishvili to avenge his loss.
What do you think will happen? Because if you beat a former champion, then you would think...
No. Like my prediction after that fight, they will not give me fight for the title. I'm not expecting that, you know, but I will be ready to fight again. No, doesn't matter how many times. I have to fight for the title to 2026, inshallah, if they go, you know, and we'll see. Maybe I will fight in main event in Abu Dhabi in summer. Why not? With Yadong or with Sean O'Malley. If they will make fight Petr Yan and Merab. If O'Malley will fight for the title next, you know, it's gonna be even better for me. I'm gonna do revanche with Merab.
Dana White confirms that he plans to rebook Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. As you guys know, Kayla was forced out of their fight at UFC 324 because she needed surgery on her neck. In an interview with TMZ, Dana said this fight is the greatest female fight ever. You can't just throw somebody else in there. You wait until she's ready and you do the fight. Amanda's so awesome to work with. I've had a great relationship with her since day one. She's very easy to work with. The surgery went well for Kayla Harrison. She should make a full recovery and we should be able to do this fight this year. Khabib Nurmagomedov wrestles Glover Teixeira.
Keep going, keep going. دعوة وعايزين نضرب حواليه وحي.
Alexander Volkanovski explains how difficult it is for him to cut to 145 pounds.
So weight cuts, it's hard. The whole thing's hard. You know, when you hear people talk about fighting's the easy part, it is. The fighting's obviously very, very hard, but at least it's only 25 minutes of it. You know what I mean? Like it's luckily, you know, you deal with so much to get yourself ready for that 25 minutes. You deal with so much pain and stuff, you know, and weight cuts and whatnot. So you get better at dealing with that. But it ain't easy. I'll do anywhere from 7 kilograms to 8 kilograms.
A week off?
Fight week, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then the night of. So the night of, I mean, I'll just say it anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, about 5 kilograms I can do, usually about 5 kilograms I've done. So 5 liters of sweat I need to do from the night before, and which is a fair bit.
Arman Tsarukyan laughs hysterically while he quote-unquote helps an influencer lose weight.
You want some? Yeah, I'll take one. Take candy. Bro, you gotta lose weight, bro. It's mine. Okay, wow. Give me a candy. Okay, wow. You die.
Let's go, run! Let's go.
Despite Dana White recently shutting the idea down and calling it goofy, both Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo think Conor McGregor versus Jorge Masvidal would be the perfect comeback fight for both men.
Don't shoot the messenger, bro. What I'm saying.
No. Listen.
What I'm saying with Dana White saying, the guy that cuts your check, he's saying that was 2-3 years ago. Michael Chandler's out. There's only two options. What you said right now. Nate Diaz, you bring him back. You do Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz.
That was 5 years ago.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. So who would be new? Conor McGregor hasn't fought in 5 years. Right. Jorge Masvidal come April, he hasn't fought in 3 years. I think it makes it a perfect comeback for both of them. And plus, just think about it. There was talks back then. Like, might as well just bring that back now. Like, and I think it works out stylistically, age, and the fact that they've been away from the game for a long time. So Dana White, I love it. Book it.
I love it as well. Listen, I'm not hating on the fight. Of course, I would love to see Masvidal get that shot. If not that one, I would love to see him settle the score with Leon Edwards. But yeah, this is perfect too. Conor doesn't have to cut weight back down to lightweight or anything like that. He can stay at welterweight, and Masvidal's in welterweight as well. So yeah, I like the fight. You know, nothing bad to say about it. It's just that I keep hearing Conor bouncing around from this guy to that guy to this guy. So, you know, let's see what's happening.
Jon Jones posted footage of himself doing box squats with 405 pounds.
Wow. Stressing. Good. Yep, great.
Despite his last fight being a unanimous decision win over Rafael Fiziev, Justin Gaethje says he feels like he's still coming off the knockout loss to Max Holloway.
Well, I fight the best when I realize how much danger I'm in, and Paddy is that. Paddy's dangerous, and you know he's trying to take everything from me. Yeah, like Fiziev, you know, coming off. Since I'm pretty much still coming off a loss, although I did come back and get a win. My mindset is I just got knocked out by Max Holloway, and you know I have everything to prove. So I'm excited for the opportunity. First show on Paramount Plus.
At Media Day, Justin Gaethje addressed criticism that Paddy Pimblett doesn't deserve the interim lightweight title shot because many of his recent wins came against opponents past their prime. Gaethje actually pushed back on that narrative and defended Paddy.
When you look at Paddy, right, the criticism of him is that the guys he's beaten have been over the hill or past their prime and stuff like that. So there's this question about how good Paddy really is. Yeah. When you look at him, how good do you think he is?
I think he's really good. I think the sport is crazy. I think anything can happen at any moment. And I think all the people that have those opinions have never taken the risks that we take. A bunch of cowards that just like to talk. And I don't care what people say about him. I know that he's dangerous. I know that he's confident, and again, those are two huge variables. It's a constant battle for momentum, and I'm going to have to take it early and keep it. And if I do face adversity, I got to come back and show him that I am a vet. I am the most dangerous guy that he has ever fought.
So somebody left a comment on an Ilia Topuria edit saying that Ilia could submit Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat immediately shut that down. He left a comment of his own. He said even in his dreams, someone who's half Khamzat's height and half his weight couldn't choke Khamzat, with laughing crying emojis. Earlier this week, Justin Gaethje said he's going into this fight with Paddy Pimblett this weekend intending to seriously hurt him. Paddy's approaching the fight with a similar mindset, saying that Gaethje won't be physically the same afterward.
Everyone knows what Justin's going to do. It's always just kind of violence in there that you get a little bit of goosebumps because you know you're signing up for a car crash. So I guess what was it like when you did get Justin Gaethje's name? Because, you know, a lot of people, win or lose, are not quite physically the same after their fights.
He won't be physically the same after this fight. I will. I'll be exactly the same. I'm going to put a beat down on him like he's never received. And I can promise you that. But it was just another fight to me. When a contract with a name on gets sent to me, I sign it. I don't turn down no fight. I step up and I fight the person whose name's on the contract. I thought I was going to fight Justin in October in Abu Dhabi, but I think he turned it down. And then now there's a belt on the line. He's taking the fight. So it's nice to actually fight someone that I thought I was going to fight a while back.
Paddy also had some harsh words for Dustin Poirier today. He says Dustin looked like a piece of dog shit in his recent loss to Max Holloway, which was Dustin's retirement fight. Paddy says he made himself look stupid.
Start a family, and if he wants to do that out of fighting, he's going to have to get out sharpish. But I look at Dustin Poirier for an example. Like, he's come out, said, yeah, I'm having this retirement fight, and then he looked like a piece of dog. You know what I mean? Got his head punched in for 5 rounds and looked like and had all this big. You know what I mean? If you're gonna retire, you need to just do it. Yeah. You don't want to tell everyone. He had put too much expectation on his shoulders and got muftied in his own backyard. Made himself look stupid.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's in reference to Nick Diaz's statement, addressing how he's currently on bad terms with Nate Diaz. It's from Mark. It says, Nate, when Nick Diaz wants to leave rehab. Hold up. The second one's from T Fudd. It's in reference to Dana White shutting down Jorge Masvidal versus Conor McGregor. It says Jorge just making shit up. And the final one's from Simon. It says there is no way Nick wrote that articulate message. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.